Hello guys, what's up? How you guys doing today? And welcome back to our blog CMS. And if you're new to my channel and you have not subscribed, please subscribe so you can get updated once I post any new content. And if you have been following me from the beginning and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you can get updated as well. So in this video, I want to have a page where I can update our profile. So we can be able to add our bio, update our social media links and all. So I want to have a page where I can do that, because I only added those bios, which I can see them here, but I want to be able to update this. Maybe I want to change some things here, or maybe later he has a Facebook. I think there's Facebook, but he doesn't have a Facebook. That's why Facebook is not showing for Mike. Maybe later Mike has a Facebook and he wants to add the Facebook somewhere here. So I want to be able to update this whenever Mike wants. So how can we do that? So I think in our members directory, this is where we do all the user registration, user change password in our members. So I think I would love to do that in our members, in our view.py, in the members. Yes, we are here. So I think I'll be doing a lot of copying and pasting. I think I want to copy this updates, this generic update view, because I'm actually updating. So I would love to copy all that and just paste it, because I'm going to be doing a lot of copy and paste here. So this time around I'll just call this edit profile. So here we need to pass in profile. Where are we getting this profile from? We are getting it from our blog models.py, this profile. But in our members directory, we don't have any models here. So we need to pass in that profile, because right now it will land us error because we can't see this profile here. So how can we import that? So we can just say from blog, this blog here, from this blog models. So basically saying from this blog, go to the models, this models, then import profile. So that's spelling this wrong. Import profile. So like I said, this basically say go to this blog, go to this models.py that is here, import profile that is inside there. That's what this code is doing. That's what I said there. Go to the blog, go to the models, import the profile, so I can make use of that profile here. So now we have the profile. So form class, I don't need this. Template name, so let's give this edit profile.html. So let's go and create this edit profile.html. So let's go to registration. So this is our registration here. So right click on registration. So let's name this edit profile, then save. So I think I will copy what I have in this add post, because literally almost the same thing. I want to be able to edit image, and I think it's the same thing. So I'll just Control A, Control C, then come right here, do the same thing, Control O, Control V. But I'll change this post to edit profile. So I think this is all I need here. I don't need to do any change here. So this is all I need. So let's go back here. So now I have my model, which is profile. I have my templates, registration, go to registration, find edit profile. So now reverse, I want to reverse back to the home page once I make my change. So one more thing I need here, I need the fields, because we need to edit some fields. So which fields are we going to be editing this time around? So the fields are, let's go to our blog, here. So I want to be able to edit the profile page, the bio, Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn. So let's come back here and give those fields. Normally I'll just come to forms.py and create this here, give the fields here and do it, but I just feel like doing it this way this time around. So we can just say I want to edit the bio first. think next, I think I called the profile picture. This is Facebook. Let me just, this is LinkedIn, this is Instagram. So let's just start passing everything. I think it's, or let's just do that. I want to just come and copy it. I don't want to make mistake. Let me just copy this so I can remember. Let me come down here and drop it. So I think, okay, profile pic, bio, Instagram URL, I think on my Facebook, and so my LinkedIn. Where are you? My LinkedIn. So let's get rid of this. I didn't want to make a mistake, so that's why I brought that so I can see it. So now we have our model, which is the profile. Our template name we have created that already, which is this, and we copied what we have in our outpost. So we copied and pasted that here. So because we're going to use the same thing, it's going to be the same thing actually. And we have our fields, the field that I want to see. And so once we click on the edit post, so reverse back to the home page, and that's all. So now the third step we need is to have our URL. So let's go and create a URL for that. So here, so up here, let's pass in the edit. Sorry, I think it's uppercase. Edit profile. So down here, we're going to have a path. I want to have a path because this is our URL. So what should I call this? I think I can call this edit underscore profile. And we're going to pass in a PK here too, because we need to get the ID that we're updating. We now have to pass our PK int, then why am I writing like this? I think it's weekend. Int our PK. So now we're going to call this edit profile dot as view, because I'm making use of our class-based view. So let's pass our URL name, and we can just say edit underscore profile, and that's all we need. So now we have our templates. We have our view, and we have our URL. Why are we using the PK? Because it's an ID. We want to edit based on the ID, so we'll get the ID of who is logged in, and we can edit that. So that's why we're using this PK here. So we have the main things that we need. So let's go to our web. So where can I pass in this now in our web? So in our web, I think I would love to use this place. I want to use this place this time around. I've been using this navbar, this. This is also part of our navbar, but I think I want to make use of this page. I want to pass in the URL here, so I can click on it and it takes us to that page. So let's go to our navbar and look for where that is. So in our navbar, this is our navbar. This is the URLs that I've been using: the home, outpost, category, user profile. I think with this drop down is somewhere here, so let's just find it. It's somewhere. I think this is the first one. Yes, this is the first one. But first of all, before I do that, I want to go to my admin. Let's go to our admin and let's see something. So in our admin, we have our users of Alvin and Mike, and the ID of Alvin is ID of 1. As you can remember, Alvin's ID is 1. And Mike's ID is 3. But I think in our profile the IDs are different. So let's go to our profile. So now Alvin is ID of 3 in our profile. It's no more 1. I know that Alvin is 1. Now Alvin is 3 here. And Mike's ID is 3 in the other side, but I think Mike's ID is 4. So now we're going to have a little big problem, because the IDs are now different. Alvin was ID of 1, now in his profile is ID of 3, So how can we fix that? Because I can remember the first time we were able to add the delete and update button. Who has access to delete and update? We got them by ID. If the ID matches, delete it. If the ID doesn't match, you can't delete or update it. If you can remember when we did that in our previous video. So how can we do that so the Django will be able to know whose profile is this, because the IDs are not now the same this time around. So I think in our URL here, so we're going to do this, the normal URL. I think what's my URL for this? So I called it edit profile. So to go back to my navbar, I'm passing edit profile. But this time around, like I told you, the IDs of the user and the ID of the profile are not the same. So how can we, I want the ID of the user and the ID of the profile, like, so the Django will know that, okay, Alvin is ID of 1 and his profile is ID of 3. So the Django will know that, okay, Alvin is the owner of this profile, so Alvin can edit this profile. So how can we do that? We can do that by saying user.profile.id, and this is all we need to do. User.profile.id. So this user with this profile with the ID. So now I think this will work, but I think I need to copy this if user.is authenticated and paste that too, because I don't want, where is it? Okay, I don't want a user that's not logged in, which is the anonymous, to be able to have access to that. I think I'll do the same thing here, and user.profile.id. I just wrote the same thing here, so I think I'll end my if here. And if, so I'll change this to, I think I'll get rid of this. I'll change this to edit. I'll name this edit profile for, let's say, request.user. So I'm going to edit profile for request.user, whoever the user is. I want to see the name of the user I'm editing the profile for. So let's go back and see what we have. Let's go back to our web. So let's refresh. So let's come right here and see, okay, voila, we have it, edit profile for Alvin. That is the logged in user, Alvin. So now I can edit profile for Alvin. So let's just click on it and see, and here we have it. So now I can edit the bio if I want to, change some things here. As you can see, profile pic currently telling me there's a picture here. If I want to like change it, clear it, I can. This is my Instagram URL and this is my LinkedIn URL. So if I want to edit this, I can actually edit this and just click on edit, and that is all I need to do. Let's log out and go to Mike. So this is anonymous user. Let's log in for Mike. As you can see now, anonymous user can't see that because he doesn't have an ID. So let's log in for Mike. So let's go to Mike. As you can see, edit profile for Mike. Let's click on this, and now we can see Mike. This is the image that he has. He doesn't have a Facebook and he doesn't have a LinkedIn, and this is nice. But there's also one single problem that we're going to encounter. Let me show you guys that real quick. So let me log in for Alvin. So now Alvin is logged in. So let's go to edit profile for Alvin. Alvin is logged in, but here this is Alvin's this is Mike's profile, and this is the ID, that's 4. Alvin's ID here is 3. But now Alvin can see Mike's profile, even though you refresh. Alvin can see Mike's profile, so Alvin can literally see who is logged in. Alvin So Alvin can easily change Mike's profile and do what he wants with Mike's profile. This is not good practice. So Alvin can toy with Mike's profile now. If he knows the URL and he knows the ID to Mike's profile, he can easily do anything about it, and Mike won't know. So let's change this. I don't want Alvin, the logged in user, to be able to tamper with Mike's profile and change his bio or maybe write shitty ass thing about Mike. So how can we do that? So we're just going to go straight to where we have this edit profile.html. So up here where we have if user.is authenticated, you know what this means, if the user is logged in. So I'm now going to say if user.is authenticated and user.id equals to profile.user.id, meaning if the ID of the user is equals to the profile, that's the profile of the user that is logged in. If it is the same, then edit it. If not, like maybe I think I have an error message here. I think login to view. Okay, it's just going to say login to view. Let's just use that instead. So now let's see, Alvin is logged in and this is Mike's profile. So let's try to refresh. Now log into view, meaning Alvin can't tamper with Mike's profile anymore. He has to log in, which actually is logged in, but this is just the message I just want to just display. You can change this and maybe tweak around this in your own way. I just want to just do it like this, so you can still log into view. You can have another message or pass in 404 message here. So this I just want to show you guys. Now Alvin can't do anything to Mike's profile, and now Alvin can edit his profile and paste this, and his profile is updated. So I feel like throwing more light on this user profile ID so you can understand better. Let's go to our models. As you can see in our models, this is our profile, and the profile has a user here, this name user. That's why I'm able to call this name user. Where am I calling it? That's why I'm able to pass in the name here, user, profile.user, because in my, so let's go back here, because in my model I have user, and when I was creating this user, let's go to my admin again. When I was creating this user, like let's create profile, this add profile. When I was adding this profile, I say user, I told you that the user here is Alvin. So it knows who the user is, which is Alvin, and it now knows that this user is linked to this profile. So that's how it's able to, even though the IDs are different. So I think this is all I have for this video. I just want to show you guys how to add a form here where you can edit your profile, and that's all. So I think this is all I have for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.